Welcome to Ruggers, and we're discussing round 3 of the United Rugby Championships matches that took place, starting with let's start with a bit of a better round this week, Carl, than last week.
But last week I already said there's nothing to what you call it, your wrists and everything. It looked a lot better, although Heineke, you can see I was, looking at Jake White. His response to a question that if all the South Africa franchises didn't go back to playing South African rugby, he was a bit upset because he states that the Bulls are taking the ball wider and everything. I can play rugby of the Bulls 10 years, 15 years ago when there was in that golden era of theirs, and they played exactly the same rugby. South African teams has reverted back to South African rugby, and that is winning rugby, not the senseless running at all costs that was forced down everybody's throats in the Rainbow Cup and the Currie Cup.
Or constant kicking.
Yeah.
Constant kicking. You need the balance.
So I think we reverted back to what worked for us previously, and I'm happy.
Well, starting with the Sharks against the Ospreys. Sharks victors there 27-13. Well, very even first half. It was 6-all by half time. Each team not giving or taking much, but then the second half the Sharks took control.
Remember, they always say that dominant forward play is a slow poison. So we can expect the South African teams that dominate their opponents only to start moving away or pulling away in the second half.
Specifically in the scrums, they started to dominate as well.
Yeah.
That's where it all started. Yeah.
It's slow poison, and that's how it's going to be.
Well, congratulations to the Sharks, a very good win there. Then we had Lions against Glasgow Warriors. Glasgow Warriors taking that one 16-12. Yeah.
Stupidity. I mean, everybody blames the referee for the try he awarded.
Which was not a try, I might state. No.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't a try. Maybe not. If you ask the guys from Glasgow, they would say it was a try. Yeah. What bothers me, and the question again was asked last night to Berger for the second match in a row, if you get opportunities to kick for poles, why don't you take it?
And his answer was he was never going to judge these forwards. If they said to him that they want to go for the line out, he was going to back them.
Yeah, but it's stupid. The line outs of the lines is a problem. They struggle.
They lost 2 of those 3 lines.
They should have taken Damien Venter because at least he finds his springers in the line out, his jumpers, his springers. Yeah. So I think the real reason the Lions lost is with Berger Odendaal, the captain, that didn't go for poles, or the coaching staff that said go for the corner. As a captain, you need to make decisions on the field and not be influenced by the players.
Correct. Unfortunate.
Done.
That lost opportunity for another one for the Lions.
If you added the 9 points with, they would have won 21-16.
Comfortably. Yeah.
And it was not 3 penalties in a row, it was 3 penalties 10-15 minutes apart, 5-10 minutes apart. Yeah. So it's not,
very frustrating to watch, by the way, but anyway.
Extremely frustrating.
Stormers against Innerrhoe, 20-all. What a tight game. Your type of game.
Again, I mean, all these games are less than 40 points, just the Bulls are at 48. Again, the Stormers, but I think those 2 teams played their heart out in the first half, and then it dropped off quite considerably, but still a brilliant rugby game.
I must say, of all 4 matches, I really enjoyed watching that one the most. In terms of, it was literally...
It was an arm wrestle from the beginning.
And a seesaw score. And they really, each team really gave it all. Unfortunate for the Stormers. Yes, one can argue they could have taken it, but then again, I think a draw is probably the true reflection of the score.
It's just a result,
And then the final one was the Bulls versus Cardiff. Bulls victors in that one, 21-19.
A horrible first half.
Horrible first half for the Bulls. It was a Cardiff first half. Bulls conceded, I think, 4 turnovers at the breakdowns. Cardiff was totally, as I said, dominating them at the breakdowns. In the first half, I think Jake had some harsh words during halftime because it was a different Bulls team in the second half. Committed.
I think he said with the media interview that he couldn't repeat it on a public forum. So yes, but once again, we're sitting with loose forwards. You're sitting with what's the captain? Marcel Coetzee. Sure. You're sitting with Elrich Lowe, and you're sitting with another. I can't even remember who was the third loose forward on the
bench.
No, on the bench it was Arno Botha.
Arno Botha came out, made a difference. Yeah.
Arno made a definite
big difference.
Because he was the only guy taking the ball up, putting the Bulls on the front foot. Marcel then joined him, and then Elrich also joined him.
And can I give credit to Bismarck du Plessis as well? Some good strong carries. You could see he was in it to prove a point. Lifted his game compared to his previous couple of games. Since joining the Bulls, Jake was happy with him. I think it was. I enjoyed his performance.
Bismarck had a brilliant game. However, we had a few months ago, we had a bone to pick with our junior players that.
The off the ball stuff. I agree. Yeah.
And this is the king of the ball.
Yeah, no, he had a lot to say. and every time there was a stoppage in play.
That still doesn't sit well with him because our young rugby players is watching him and they say, oh, jeepers, he does it, so we can also do it. Yeah. It's silly. It's just not there.
Anyway, the Bulls coming second half was the Bulls half. Brilliant play. Took slowly. Scored 23 points in the second half. 26 points in the second half.
Yeah, they were behind 19-3.
Yes, so well done to the Bulls. So 2 victories for South Africa. Looking up, looking much forward to the next round of matches.
I see interesting. There is talks that South African teams will go to Italy and base them there for the home games. Apparently, I spoke to one of the presidents. Apparently, it's almost it's happened. So, the South African teams will stay in Italy and play. And in Italy, they will play their home games against the English teams because apparently the taking off South Africa from the red list is too late.
Really? Sorry.
No, it's absolute. And I said to this gentleman also, it's time South African rugby administrators grow
put their foot down. Really,
I mean, that's it. There's no reason for it. Now we must travel that side again. We won't be under that strict
bubble quarantine
and that. But still, we lose our home ground advantage. We lose the firm. Yeah, it's time South African administrators put their foot down and say, listen, this is it. There's no reason why it can't be done. I mean, it's. Let me make a note here.
Sorry, we're talking how many weeks time now? Are we due for our first home matches?
They finish off the 23rd of October.
Yeah.
And then 4 weeks later, the 27th of November,
we start our home matches.
By
then we would have hopefully have some people back into the stadiums.
But there is going to be people. There's talks by SARU that the 6th of November when the Currie Cup team plays against Kenya, it will be with an open stadium.
No, now we're taking matches away.
It's just simple.
Doesn't make sense.
And another interesting fact, I don't know if you heard about Andre Smith's suspension of 8 weeks because of the bite.
The biting, yes.
What's quite interesting about that is if you are accused of dirty play, foul play, and you disagree, the onus is on you as the accused to prove that you're innocent.
I've never heard of that before in rugby terms, but anyway.
So apparently that's it. So I don't know how he could prove that he didn't bite his opponent. I know there was an immediate reaction from the opponents and everything, but that's one of the stupidity in the rules of
the URC.
No, that's World Rugby. That's one of the. So if you get accused and you say, I'm not guilty, the onus is on you to prove that you're not guilty.
But then it's very easy just to accuse someone. Oh, foul play. Now, I can sit back. That player is now out of the loop of playing because that player now has to go and prove himself innocent. I don't know.
Yeah, there was photos taken of the guy's leg, and apparently there was 2 red marks, and that was on that they accused the guy. And
sorry,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and Topper Henning has been ordered over to. He's gone to the Bulls to help them with the refereeing.
Okay.
So that's breaking news. I think it's just on the well, he can only fly to the UK tomorrow morning when the ban is lifted. So he's on his way to go now. But yeah, unfortunately, the refereeing is it's normally a problem. Yeah. Personally, I always say it's got 2 sides. Like I always tell the guys, I was sitting with Office and Kes. I was sitting on the corner, and the Office supporters was this side, and the Kes supporters 90 degrees behind the poles that side. And the referee made a decision, and both sides shouted at him. Both were not happy with the decision he made. So 90% of the time they can't make the right decision if we take into account the supporters. But
yeah, no, look, the refereeing of the Lions match, I seriously had my doubts, and I told you during the game. But there was some other very good refereeing in the other matches, even from the Italian referees, which it's a foreign thing for us, but it's fine.
Yeah, I think the Lions, like I said, the Lions is their own mistake that they lost. It's not the referee, and it's the one decision that he made that turned the game, or that influenced the game. Yeah. None of the referees was biased. They made the mistakes, but both ways. So, yeah.
Well, artificial pitches, are we going to discuss that at another time?
Yeah, Goosen, apparently it's an ACL. Apparently it's not good news. So, and they reckon it's artificial pitches. Maybe for another day?
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Anyway, looking forward to round 4 coming week. Have a good one. Cheers.